Hi, and welcome to Moonbeam Connections. I'm Jacqui-Leigh. I'm here with today's spirit message meant for you. I do send out the intention that these messages find those who need them when they need them. So if this message found you today, it was meant for you. And I thank you for joining me. So we'll pull your first card today. And we've got too many. So we're going to pull one card as your spirit message for today. One card as your spirit message for today, please. Ooh. Oh. Too many cards. Okay. One card, please. There we go. Look at that. Ask for it and it shall come. Oh, but we got two. Well, ask for it and they both shall come. So, Six of Swords. So this is about moving away from troubled waters. So this is about changing, having problems, having problems in your life, and you're now starting to move away from them. However, the reverse Queen of Cups is about being codependent, feeling smothered, or being insecure. So I would say that's what you are moving away from right now. You've been codependent on someone, or you felt smothered by a situation, or you've been insecure about a situation, haven't felt confident in that situation, but you're starting to move away from that now. Maybe not all the way, maybe you're just contemplating, right? You could be in different stages. Some people might be completely moved away now. They were codependent and they've moved on. Some people might just be contemplating, starting to move on. Some people might be in the middle of their journey. But this is about moving on from troubles of your past, from something that what you felt smothered by or insecure about, or you're codependent relationship. So let's see what your obstacle is. Ooh. Oh, no, more than one card. Sorry. I thought that was one card, but it wasn't. So let's see what your obstacle is. Woo! Ace of Swords. So that's about clarity and truth and breakthrough. So I'd say your obstacle is that you're not clear at this moment. You haven't found that, I want to say line in the sand, right? That defining moment where you're like, nope, this is it. I see the light and I'm headed towards it. You haven't hit that moment yet. So I would say you're maybe in the thought process of, I think I should move on. This isn't a great spot I'm in. But you haven't made that breakthrough yet. You haven't found that clarity. You haven't broken through to the truth yet. This is still an obstacle for you. And what advice does Spirit have for you today? Sorry, too many cards. So what advice does Spirit have for you today? And there we go. One card, strength. You have the strength. Okay, so this strength it's not about brute might strength. It's not about being the loudest person in the room. This is a quiet underlying strength, quiet courage, patience, having this inner power within you. And so you do have the strength. And maybe that's what you're not clear about yet. Maybe you don't think that you have the strength to walk away from this situation. But you do have it. It's there. And your advice is to build up that strength, to use that strength, to move forward in that strength. And we have an underlying energy of the Page of Swords. We have a lot of swords today. And this is about like intellect and cutting through to the truth. And this is the curiosity, intelligence, being vigilant. So that's your underlying energy right now. So the underlying energy is, I would say, being in this contemplation of that I am going to move on from this which smothers me, from this which holds me back, but you haven't quite got the clarity yet in that. You haven't maybe quite made the decision yet, but you need to find the strength, and you have this underlying, this curiosity about life, this intelligence, this ability to move forward in your life. You just need to do it. And then today, what I thought I'd start actually doing different, rather than going through and actually clarifying these cards, I want to do a past, present, future on this situation here. So I'm going to use this deck, and we're going to get your past, present, and future with this situation. I think this is actually a really good place to start it too, because it is kind of like you're in this thought mode about this. That you're not quite moved, you haven't quite moved away fully from this situation. You're still kind of contemplating it. You haven't found your clarity in it. Maybe you haven't found, excuse me, maybe you haven't moved. Maybe you have started to move, away from the situation, but you don't know where you're going yet. You haven't had that, you don't have that's the clarity that you still need. Where am I going? Where is this headed? So let's look at the past of this situation, please. So your past in this situation, reversed High Priestess. So this is having secrets or feeling disconnected, or there being hidden motives involved. So something's not quite in view. There's some sort of deception that you're not sure of. So in the past, like with feeling disconnected, right? So not being in your Queen of Cups energy, being that smother, that codependent. So maybe that in terms of, say, hidden motives, that you thought that someone was going to be in this relationship with you because they wanted an equal partnership. They wanted it to be equal give and take. But what you found is it's just take on their part. And because their hidden motives was they never intended to give you what you needed. They just wanted to take from you what they needed. And so things weren't clear. What's current situation? So current situation is the Seven of Pentacles. So that's like being patient, putting in your investments, evaluating. This really tells me that you are in sort of thinking decision mode, right? You've sort of maybe planted the seeds to start moving away from the situation, but you're being patient. You're evaluating the situation. What's going on with this situation? How can I find this clarity to move forward? How can I use my intellect to move forward? What's happening? So you're sort of right now in a contemplating mode, not so much moving forward as figuring out this plan that's going to move you forward. And let's see what the future of this situation is, please. Oh, there is one card flipped over here. Oh, but there's more than one. Isn't that fun? Ace of Cups. Two opposing cards, but since we got two there, we're going to flip them back in. And we just want one card for the future, please. One card is the future for this situation, please. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Ooh. Nope, more than one card again. Sorry. We're going to try and get one card as your future. One card as the future of the situation. That's more than one card again. Sorry. One day we'll get it together here. There we go. So, wow, that is a Lover's card. Interesting. So this is actually like, it's actually an extra card in this deck. It's not really the Lover's card. It's an extra card within this deck. And so it's showing a, how can I, like a peaceful time, I guess. Sort of a time of being content, being with someone that you both feel secure with. We've got like doves flying around in a circle around them, sort of indicating peace. So I would say a peaceful contentment time, but moving away, using our strength, right? Getting out of this reversed High Priestess where there's secrets and you're discontent, right? You're discontent with the situation in the past. You're in the process of contemplating it, planting the seeds to move forward, thinking about how you're going to move forward. And once you do move forward in the future, you have peace. You have peace flying all around you. You have this contentment. You have this security. You have this safety involved in it, whether that's within a relationship or just within your own mind, within your own sense of self. I think today we are going to get an oracle card from this deck here. So we're going to get you one card from this deck as a message for you in relation to this message. It really is a message of planning and movement forward. Slow movement forward, but planning and slow movement forward. So let's get one card from this deck that Spirit wants to give you as a message for today. We get one card from this deck, please, as a message. Ooh, we got two messages. Man, cards love flying out today. So a little bit of faith goes a long way. Remember that. So a little bit of faith. Have faith in your ability to have the strength, and you will get here. Have faith that you will make it here. Even if it doesn't seem like it now. Even if it seems like there's a lot of trouble, slow and steady steps forward. Slow and steady steps forward. You're too amazing to follow everyone else. Forge your own path. And maybe that's what it's about. Maybe you've started to move, right? And right now you're stuck in trying to find clarity of what path to move forward on. And this is saying you find your own path. You don't have to take somebody else's path. You don't have to follow what other people have done. You take your path that's meant for you so that you can reach this contentment with the strength that you have inside you. I think that's a beautiful message for you today, and I hope you do move away from your troubled waters. I'm sending you peace, love, and happiness. Bye for now.